Hello, welcome to Timber and Caliber. Now, this is a series where we explore the lives of successful African and Nigerian business leaders. The purpose is not to celebrate wealth. The purpose is to understand the journey. Because behind every successful entrepreneur is a story of struggle, sacrifice, persistence, and vision. Today's story is about a man who started as a tire repairer, worked as a bus conductor, and eventually built one of the most recognized transportation companies in West Africa. His name is Chief Vincent Obianodo. His story is proof that humble beginnings do not determine how far a person can go in life. Chief Vincent Obianodo is from Umweze village, Neni, in Anocha local government area of Anambra State, Nigeria. Like many young men of his generation, he left home in search of opportunities and traveled to northern Nigeria while still young. There, he learned tire repair and vulcanizing. At first, he was not a businessman with a fleet of vehicles. He was simply a young man trying to survive. He repaired punctured tires, he served customers, he learned discipline, he learned responsibility. Most importantly, he learned that every successful person must start somewhere. That brings us to the first lesson from this story, which is never despise small beginnings. Many people want to start at the top. Very few people are willing to start at the bottom. After working as a vulcanizer, Vincent Obianodo made another important decision. He joined a transportation company and worked as a bus conductor. To some people, it may have looked like an ordinary job, but for him, it became a classroom. He studied the transport business closely and learned how the industry worked. He observed customers. He learned routes. He learned vehicle management. He learned how transport companies made money. Instead of seeing the job as a destination, he saw it as preparation. And that is the second lesson of this story, which is every experience can teach you something valuable if you pay attention. Many successful entrepreneurs spend years learning before they start leading. In 1972, Vincent Obianodo took a bold step. Using his savings and experience, he started his own transport business with a single Ford minibus. The vehicle operated under the name Young Shall Grow. At the time, few people could have imagined that this small venture would one day become a transportation giant. Think about that for a moment. Just one vehicle, one route, and one dream. That is how many great businesses begin. Not with hundreds of millions, not with investors, but with a single opportunity and the courage to take it. The business began to grow. In 1973, he moved operations to Lagos and expanded his fleet. Through hard work, customer service, and careful management, the company continued attracting more passengers and opening more routes. Within a few years, the number of vehicles increased significantly. As demand increased, Young Shall Grow expanded beyond local routes and became one of Nigeria's best-known interstate transport companies. This brings us to another lesson, which is growth is usually gradual, but it becomes visible. People often notice success only after it becomes large. What they do not see are the years of effort that happened beforehand. Vincent Obianodo continued investing in vehicles, routes, infrastructure, and customer service. Over time, Young Shall Grow grew into one of the largest luxury bus operators in Nigeria and expanded services into neighboring West African countries. But he did not stop there. Like many successful entrepreneurs, he understood the importance of diversification. As his transport business matured, he expanded into other sectors, including hospitality, gas, engineering, and related business ventures. Businesses such as Rockview Hotels and Vanille Gas became part of a broader business group built over decades. This brings us to another important lesson, which is do not limit yourself to one opportunity when you can build several. Successful entrepreneurs often use one successful business as a foundation for future growth. Another reason many people admire Vincent Obianodo is his role as an employer. Through his various businesses, opportunities have been created for thousands of workers, drivers, technicians, engineers, hotel staff, and support personnel over the years. That is one of the most powerful things about entrepreneurship. A business does not only change the life of its founder, it can also change the lives of many other people. Today, Chief Vincent Obianodo is widely recognized as one of Nigeria's most successful transport entrepreneurs. Yet, the most inspiring part of his story is not the size of his companies. It is where he started, from repairing tires to working as a conductor to operating one minibus to building a transportation brand recognized across Nigeria and beyond. His journey reminds us that success is often built one step at a time. So what lessons can young entrepreneurs learn from Vincent Obianodo? First, never despise small beginnings. Second, learn from every job and every experience. Third, be willing to start with what you have. Fourth, think long term. And finally, remember that persistence often matters more than perfect circumstances. The story of Vincent Obianodo reminds us that great achievements are not reserved for people who start with everything. Sometimes they belong to people who simply refuse to give up. I am Sopru Chukwu, and this has been Timber and Caliber. Join me again as we continue exploring the journeys of African business leaders whose stories inspire, educate, and remind us that every great success story starts with a single step. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your opinion in the comment section. Share this video, like, and follow this page. Thank you.